following video may contain content parents may find unsuitable for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, it's Hunger again, and welcome to the weekly podcast, or this week's podcast, or whatever you want to call it. We're playing some Minecraft in the background, and we're going to be talking about a couple things. Couple things. Anyway, Caps Lock is bouncing around, all Steve-like, and we're going to do some craft mining and whatnot. Alright, let me just get a little bit of music going here real quick. So you guys have something in the background to listen to. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, let's see what's going on here. There's Cap Steve. Steve Lock Prime. Why do I have eggs? God. Stop giving me eggs. Hey, Quintus here. Alright. Change skin. Oh, there we go. Alright, you're doing better. Little Anthrax is here. What's up? Everyone's favorite rap personality, Little Anthrax. Alrighty. Check out this yellow box. You mean the one in the throne room that I just left? Damn it. Alright. Alright, let's have a look at it. Oh God! Oh. Efficient armor. Efficiency shirt. Efficiency hat. Efficient hat. Okay. That's cool. My efficiency. Get in there. Alright. Skulk! The orange box. Oh, man. Alright, here we go. I believe I can fly. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Oof. Alrighty. So we're working on this piece of shit right here. Let me get in the voice chat real quick. And it's been a few minutes since the stream started. Alrighty. Alright, so I guess next up is the part of the podcast where I explain what the thumbnail is there for. Oh, shit. Nope. No. Ah, fuck. Nope. Okay, there we go. But, so I had a story that I wanted to tell on the podcast, so I made that thumbnail to remind me to tell it.
Yeah, the vending machine thing.
Well, that too, but there's the Reborn as a vending machine. I finally bought the first. I've read the first 2 books in the series now.
Oh, sweet.
And I've anyway, so I'm going to be talking about that too. But yeah, the other thing was the Dragon Ball Super Soul. What is it? Power Absorbed set. So one of the things that this set is doing is it's coming out with collector's boosters, which is something Magic the Gathering has done quite a bit of. So if you're familiar with Magic the Gathering, you kind of already know what kind of product this is. Just like the Magic the Gathering collector's boosters, these new Dragon Ball Super collector's boosters, the boxes go for about $250 retail. And the booster packs themselves retail for like 25, $30 ish. I think at the store we're selling them for like $23.99 a pop. So anyway, that's what's going on with the collector's boosters. But that's not the story I wanted to tell. So there's a story related to these collector's boosters. So this happened. Was it Friday? Yeah, it had to be Friday because that's when the set came out. So this was Friday. So I haven't had a chance to to talk to you guys about it. So so the new set for Dragon Ball Super Power Absorbed came out Friday, and of course the collector's boosters came out with it. So we put the collector's boosters on display, to sell them. That's what we do. We're a store.
Right.
So anyway, this group of guys comes in, and they're like young guys, a crotchety old person might call them kids, but they're like teenagers, late teens, or mid to late teens, right?
Okay.
Anyway, so one of the guys in this group is obviously, super obviously, very into Dragon Ball. He's running around, picking up every little Dragon Ball thing we have and oohing and ahhing over it, trying to decide what to buy, that sort of shit, right? And then finally he looks over, where I'm sitting at the counter, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, Dragon Ball has a card game?" And it's like, yeah, it's this is like this set that just came out is like set 18. This is not new, it's been going for a while, but they only do like 4 sets a year, so that means the game's been going quite a while. But anyway, I guess this guy was living under a rock or whatever, didn't know, which is fine. There's no. I'm not gonna say he's an idiot for not knowing there was a game. It's like, oh yeah, glad we can help him discover it. But anyway, so he starts asking about products, and the product he wants to know about is the collector's booster. We have a box sitting on display that looks just like the one in the thumbnail. It's open, the packs are sitting there, and I explained to the guy, that packs are $23.99 a piece, and I pull a pack out, ask him if he wants one. He says, "No, I want the whole box." And I'm pretty sure I tell him that the box is like $239.99, right? It's a expensive box. So he's just like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." So I ring up the box, tell him that the total is like $260 plus after tax, and he hands me his card. So at this point, the card declines. The machine tries to run the card, but it only approves $65 and some change of the transaction, right? So, anyway, turns out, after I tell the guy that it only approves 65, he's like, "Wait, 65? What?" He's just completely confused. And I find out that the reason he's completely confused is because he basically just wasn't listening to a damn thing I said. And he thought that the whole box was $23.99. I'm like, even the boxes, even the normal boxes of cards, like not the collector's boosters, are still like $80. You know, like you are not getting a box of CCG cards for $23 unless you're on like TCG Player and somebody's selling them at a loss. So, all right, yeah. See you later, Quint. Anyway, but yeah, so anyway, so then I tell the guy, right? The story keeps going. Like, you know, you would think that the story would end there, but it kept going. So I tell the guy, okay, well, I've canceled the transaction, right? But unfortunately, when you cancel a credit card transaction like that, the pending transaction, which is going to, you know, sap away the available credit on the guy's account, does not necessarily disappear instantly. You know, it can sometimes take upwards of like a business day or two for those to go away. So I tell the guy, you know, hey, you know, it's possible that the transaction won't go away right away. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And then he goes over and starts looking at figures. And he picks a couple out. And he brings them up to the fucking register. And he tries to buy them. With the same damn fucking card. And of course, his card gets declined because that transaction is still pending. And I'm like, so basically this guy's just not fucking listening to me.
Yeah, you know, he's like they're sitting there acting like he's deaf, just like
I'm just
giving any less of a fuck.
Like, so I explain again, and this time he seems to actually get what's happening. You know, and he's like checking his phone. He's like, "Oh man, like you sucked my money out." Like, I'm just like, your money's
completely
gone. Yeah, it's just like, just like, man, you know. Feel like going and screaming at a wall might be more effective. So anyway, oh shit.
Right?
God damn it.
Jeez.
So,
man.
Anyway,
I've never heard anything more stupid.
Yeah, I mean, and my sister's like, well, maybe he has a learning disability. I'm like,
a learning disability sounds very appropriate.
Like, I'm just like, I'm like, yeah, it's called being a dumbass.
Yeah.
And not listening to me. Like,
mentally retarded.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I was just like, man, you know, they're just
sounds ridiculous though.
Yeah, like I just anyway, it was an experience, let me tell you. So yeah, that was what I wanted to mention about that game. You know, like and also, you know, this stuff like is pretty hotly in demand, right? Like even though it's got like a $200 and some odd price point, there are people who are already trying to resell this shit online for like $500.
Right.
You know, so you know, I don't know how many of them are actually selling at that price, but it just goes to show it's a pretty highly desirable product. But like, you know, normally when somebody approaches a game that they've never seen before, their first thought is not, oh hey, let's buy, you know, this a hideously expensive box of boosters. It's usually, hey, do you have any starter decks? You know, but this guy wasn't interested in starter decks. So yeah. It was just kind of wild to me. I guess he really liked the collector's booster because they had Vegito on there. You know, we had a conversation about, you know, fusion forms in Dragon Ball and everything. You know, it was a cool conversation and everything. But it's like, man, dude, you know, like
must be one of those Dragon Ball weeps.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely into Dragon Ball. Like, no lie, but like the guy just, you know, listen to people every once in a while. You might learn something.
Yeah, and don't be a little kid about it.
Yeah, I mean, jeez. I mean, I've seen little kids, like little kids, that listen better than that guy did. Like, you know, you explain something to them, and they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah," and they get it. You know, like, you know, but man, just brick wall levels of density. I'm telling you.
Yeah, my sister goes to babysit from the son, babysits their cousin's kid after
Oh yeah.
after a while, and they listen more than whatever that guy did.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, you know, you can always make your own kid listen because you can threaten them with violence.
Exactly.
You know, it's really hard to make other people's kids listen.
Yeah, but if it's someone, I don't know.
You know, like, so yeah, it takes talent. It takes a lot of child psychology and talent to make little kids that aren't yours listen to you, because you can't beat the shit out of them if they don't fucking listen. Not that I condone beating the shit out of your own kids. I'm just saying, you know, you're less likely to get in trouble for it than, you know, just randomly popping off on a stranger's kids. What did you turn into? The first thing that you hear, yeah, no, like, you know, you gotta back it up a second if you want to hear the full story. But
yeah,
you know, good God, I was recounting a tale that happened on Friday. Place to successfully dump water to make it disappear forever.
Yeah, I don't know a damn thing about fucking babysitting.
Just dump it in more water.
Pour salt in the water. Turn it to salt water.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Holy crud. But yeah. Check out this yellow box.
Check out the yellow box. I mean,
already checked out the yellow box.
I was already here.
Why does Caps Lock keep trying to get me to look at his box?
Yeah, I saw the yellow box in the throne room looking at the stream. I mean,
what's in the box? No. Oh God, no! Oh, fuck! God damn it! I missed my jump. Okay. Looking at old messages. No, like that just popped up again. Look at it. Look. It says, "Howdy. Check out this yellow box." You're looking at old messages. Check out this yellow box.
Yeah, check out this yellow box times 2. Is Mojang having a
Caps Lock's computer is possessed apparently,
or something? I don't know.
I don't know what's happening anymore. Keybind set up on accident. I have no idea. He just wants everyone to look at his box.
Okay.
Box Lock Prime is here.
Box Lock Prime. Okay.
Speaking of boxes, I guess I'll go ahead and segue into Reborn as a vending machine.
Yeah.
So this thing's got an anime coming up, right?
Yeah. I know.
Now the thing with Reborn as a vending machine, right, is I've seen people, you know, talking about this thing online. You know, there's a bunch of YouTube videos like, oh man, this isekai shit's gone too far and all this shit. Anyway, my take on it when I first heard about it and everything was, okay, this has got to be a comedy, right? Like, this has got to be just like poking fun at isekai tropes and, you know, like, because it does sound ridiculous, right? Like, you know, it's not like, it's not something
right.
that you normally think, yeah, this is going to be really engaging and entertaining and serious. So anyway, I decided to go ahead. Like, I'm like, okay, you know, I like funny. So I decided to go ahead and watch it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just use the channel chat. Check stream team.
What's on stream team? Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, kid never had a credit card before. Oh. Maybe. Check out this yellow box. Check out this one. Teleported. They messed up the loot table index again, looking for woodland mansions, and now you can get shirts, which is with efficiency instead of just hats, which was 2 years ago. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's weird. Because like I didn't see like any of that shit. Like there were like 2 messages that I missed, and then it was like spewing old messages on top of that.
Yeah,
which is weird. Anyway, so yeah.
Mojang is having a
Sorry about that.
having stroke again.
Anyway, yeah, Mojang. You know,
Mojang.
normal Mojang complaints. .exe. Anyway, so yeah, Mojang complaints exe.
Yeah.
Do I
work at Mojang. What do you want me to do?
fix this?
No.
Fix
Oh,
the
now
legacy.
that freaking thing pops up. Are you really?
I mean,
What is-
you're
what is
welcome.
going on
You're
with the-
welcome.
Really, Mojang? What the fuck?
Mojang's having a shit with
Mojang's having a seizure over here. What the hell?
messages.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, looking at the I've actually read the first 2 volumes now. Like I said, I was explaining what my take was before I read it. Right. So I read the first volume, and the way the guy dies is fucking hilarious. Right. So there's definitely comedy in there, but yeah, it does actually seem to have like some kind of serious parts, which is kind of, you know, interesting. But the thing is, it actually fucking works. Okay, like, you know, it's like a don't knock until you've tried it type thing. And the thing is, the guy actually wrote some other stories before Reborn as a Vending Machine, and you know, it had like normal heroes in it and everything, and people just ignored them. Like they didn't really do well at all. And then he did that one, and
Like,
you know,
I've been reincarnated as a slime. That one.
no, he's not the same guy. But yeah,
Not the same. Oh, not the same character. Oh.
yeah. No, I'm talking about the guy who wrote the book. He wrote a couple other stories. He wrote a couple other stories before Reborn as a Vending Machine, and they didn't really gain any traction. But you know, he wrote that one, and it's like instant hit. So, but anyway, basically, the protagonist for Reborn as a Vending Machine is a vending machine maniac. Like, this guy goes on road trips just to see strange vending machines in other countries, right? You know, like, he's that obsessed with vending machines. Okay.
Wow.
Am I building an arch tower? I'm just building a tower that I want to look cool. So that is my goal here, is just build a cool looking freaking sky phallus, you know, whatever the I don't know. Anyway,
It's called the Edge Tower, and I want to
the
live
edge
here.
tower. The edgy tower of edginess.
Look, it's red and black. You
Edging.
can clearly tell that's edgy looking.
Right. Anyway, so
I edge in this tower.
anyway, the protagonist is obsessed with vending machines, and one day he's out driving. I think he's on a motorcycle, and he ends up behind a truck that is carrying a vending machine. And he doesn't necessarily make it clear if he just wound up behind this truck on purpose, or like he was following it, or if he just happened to be there. But basically, this truck is carrying, like, you know, the latest model of vending machine, right? So, as the truck is taking this turn, the vending machine in the back starts to wobble, and the guy, the protagonist, sees the vending machine coming towards him, and instead of getting out of the way, his thought is, I have to save the vending machine. So he tries to catch the damn vending machine, and he catches it all right, and he fucking gets squashed to death and fucking dies. So
I thought he was gonna like crash into it.
What else is he supposed to do, though? Like, seriously.
right, so he could have avoided it. He could have swerved and gotten out of the way, but he's like, no, I gotta save this fucking thing. You know?
Rescue his vending machine.
Yeah, because he's obsessed with vending machines. Anyway, so he wakes up as a vending machine, and because he is a vending machine, he can't talk normally. He can only say like I think he's got like 5 or 6 canned phrases that he can say. He can say thank you, welcome, please come again, get one free with a winner, you're a winner, and too bad.
Wow.
So
Sounds like an arcade machine.
yeah, so, you know, like, so anyway, those are the only phrases he can use, and so he has problems communicating with people. But
Neurodivergent.
anyway, so the the story actually is really well done, and it's just kind of funny having like the situations the vending machine gets into are funny, and the other characters are endearing. So it's a good show, it's a good book, I should say. There's going to be a show, but it hasn't come out yet. So, but yeah, so it's something where I just want to say that a lot of these people that just hear the name and immediately go, because I've heard of this thing for a long time, for years, and it's that thing that people want to bring up when other people start talking about, oh man, isekai have sure gotten weird, or geez, these isekai really got to stop. It's the one that people always bring up in that conversation, like, hey, there's one about a vending machine,
Yeah, I mean,
that's how bad it is. There's one about a guy who got reincarnated as a vending machine. So but yeah, it's
old levels of comedy.
Anyway,
right?
it's pretty funny. Like I said, there's a few serious parts here and there, but it's pretty funny most of the time. And some of it's funny from a perspective, kind of an irony perspective. But anyway,
Right.
like in the second book, there's a part where he's fighting against a giant flaming skeleton, and he doesn't really fight per se. He can't really do it. He's a vending machine. He can't even fucking move, so he doesn't really fight per se. Basically, they lured this skeleton there. It's like this giant flaming skeleton. It's like the boss for the level that they're on.
Uh-huh.
And anyway, so their whole goal was to fill a pit with water and then dunk the flaming skeleton into it, because that would put the fire out and stop it from, and they would be able to attack it then, because nobody can get near it because it's so hot, right? So that was the plan, right? So anyway, it turned so he was putting water in the hole, but it kept draining out. So he's like, oh, I know how to fix this. So he starts dumping chunks of ice in there. And, they lead you to believe that he's just dumping normal ice in there. Well, it turns out, instead of dumping ice in there, he's actually dumping chunks of dry ice in there.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's dumping, so he fills this thing half full of dry ice. And then when they finally lure the monster into the pit trap, and they drop it down there, it melts all the dry ice instantly, and it turns into gas. Well, dry ice is just frozen carbon dioxide. So it puts out the fire because there's no oxygen for the fire anymore, because the whole pit is full of carbon dioxide.
Oh, so yeah.
So it accomplishes the goal, but then they run into the problem of, they keep attacking it, but it's not really hurting it. So it's like, man, how do we finish this thing off? So the vending machine is like, I know. And he basically tricks one of the girls into slapping him by changing into a porno magazine vending machine.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he can switch. He can switch what type of vending machine he is and change his stock by spending points that he earns from selling things.
Oh.
And so but the thing is, he's limited to selling things that he's bought before. He can't sell anything that he's never bought from a vending machine.
Oh, that makes sense.
So he changes into a vending machine that sells porno mags, and the heroine gets so flustered that she slaps him and knocks him into the hole, and he lands right in the middle of the monster's forehead and crushes its skull.
Holy shit!
So
That's amazing.
She slapped a fucking vending machine so hard that it fell.
Yes, because the heroine in the book, Lamis, she's got a blessing that makes her really stupid strong. So she normally carries the vending machine on her back. She makes a little harness and carries him around.
So when she gets flustered, she becomes really strong.
I'll be honest. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of walked into a fucking war. So.
Yeah, war, but instead it's just hunger existing.
Yeah.
True. Okay. I had.
I
something
exist,
to say,
therefore war.
but-
Anyway.
You
But yeah,
invented
that
war.
reminds me.
You invented
English
war. That's
Kingdom
what happened.
Mm.
You committed a war crime.
War crime? No, that's Vladimir Putin.
Wait, what?
No, he's not a real character. He's like
Not a real
he's from
character.
TF2.
It's not a real.
from
He's not a real
TF2.
character. Yeah, he's not a character in this show. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's from TF2. What are you guys talking about?
TF2. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, don't you
made
guys
TF2.
know?
Uh,
Yeah, obviously. Manco and all.
oh
Australia is like it's like Russia celebrating opposite day or something, maybe.
what the fuck?
Every day in Russia is opposite day, except
Right?
the actual opposite day, which is when the Russians act normal.
That's why they have that in Soviet Russia meme. Anyway.
Oh my fucking god! I take everything I said back. I was trying to be random, but I actually correlated an actual fucking joke. Here. Oh, don't you fucking me, boy.
In Soviet Russia, the chicken fries you.
It's either Russia.
Soviet Russia, my dick beats my hand.
From Soviet Russia,
Yeah,
my
he
hand
was-
beats your dick.
It's truly
No,
tragic, though.
that's not how that works.
It is how it works.
I know.
Wait, maybe it is how that works. I don't know what you guys did in
I
Russia,
fucking
but
unzip my pants and pull it out so I can take a leak, but then my fucking dick starts whipping around like a fucking lasso and beating the shit out of my hand until cum leaks out of my fingernails.
Why can't it lash out like a freaking extension cord?
It's really painful. You can see the
man.
nerves wriggling around in like the fucking waterfall of nut, bro.
yeah.
Nutfall.
Oh,
That sounds
man.
like the name of a fucking Sony movie.
Oh shit.
Honestly,
A good one or a bad one?
a mid.
Open season sequel bad.
Mid tier.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
No,
Guys, no. Open Season's a good movie. Trust me. It's been like
Season.
it's
my
been.
favorite Sony animation movie is got to be the sequel to Surf's Up, Wave Mania. I love Wave Mania so much. It makes me want to fucking die.
Whoa, guys! Shoutouts to Chicken Joe, the best character in the whole series. Let's go.
Shout out to Chicken Joe, bro. Literally fucking carries Sony Animation Studios on his back. Hold on, isn't there a Blue Sky movie that's getting like a sequel soon? Yo, yeah, I think it might be fake. I don't know. I saw it on some shit ass YouTube channel, but like Rio 3.
Oh jeez.
Rio 3 sounds like a meme.
Rio Janeiro.
You don't need 3 Rios, bro. 2 is more than enough.
No, right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to be quiet while loudly opening my chips.
Oh man.
Okay.
That was a super quiet potato chip opening. I commend you.
No potato, like tortilla.
Oh, the tortillas. Okay, well, that's even better.
Okay, now you get to listen to the.
Because you can eat it with
Corn.
cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, you could eat regular potato chips with cheese too, but it's kind of weird.
Bro, if the government mandated me, bro, I would fucking like shower in queso every day.
Oh jeez. Government mandated cheese shower.
Mandated queso dipping.
Government mandated queso shower.
Oh god.
The government mandates you to like marinated queso by like taking a shower in it. That's how they get the flavor.
Man.
They mandate people to recycle the juices that they've been eating every day. That's going to be the new society.
God.
They're going to be so effective at recycling food is that we're going to take a shower in it. So it,
Man,
like,
I thought
gets
the
back to
government
nutrients.
already recycled juices.
Yeah.
Oh, the juices.
What the? Okay.
they juice you like the jellyfish from that one episode of SpongeBob.
Oh, God.
We're like Mr. Krabs. That's like the whole factory. That's us.
My favorite juice comes from Sarah Palin's pussy, bro.
Oh god.
I'll recycle your juices.
Shoe Anna.
There we go.
Shit, Hunger. I think I already said this, but I bought a $1,300 computer.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he wants to
I'm
play
gonna be able to
Roblox.
stream Minecraft.
Roblox.
Yeah, I remember
Play
seeing. I
Roblox
remember.
with me.
I remember seeing that post you made where you had like the daddy fat stacks of cash. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it was $5,000.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, we're just gonna become a rapper, man. Let's go.
I'm gonna become a SoundCloud rapper. My name is gonna be Lil Fish.
Yes.
Not Little Dolphin?
Yeah, he's gonna have like this big belly. It comes from all the lean he eats.
Weed?
Lean.
Weed.
You know how some rappers get like that really big pop belly from all the drugs they got?
Oh god.
I'm gonna be the entrepreneur that invents a weed smoke flavored lean.
Oh, God, no.
The weed taco. Invent the weed taco.
Angel.
I'm gonna invent like a really horrible smelling cologne. One is one is gonna be called skunk shit. Weed smoke.
Stoner skunk. That's a. How about that as a catchy name? Stoner skunk. As a cologne
Weed?
flavor.
I don't know.
Wet black top. And there's just gonna be grass. It's just gonna smell like a fucking like. I was gonna say a mowed lawn, but my dumbass almost said a shaved fucking lawn, bro.
Shaved lawn.
Shaved lawn. Yeah. Yeah, you just fucking bring your detailers, your barbershop scissors out there to cut the fucking grass. Make sure to like cut each fucking blade so slowly just to maximize the pain of the grass.
And the way you chew the ass.
Grass kind of evil sometimes.
You know that the
like,
smell of cut grass is actually a chemical distress signal.
Yes.
That's
how-
what's fun about it.
Yeah.
That's them crying. That's their blood and tears.
No, basically what it does
Is
is
alerts the other grass.
no, it doesn't alert the other grass. It's supposed to alert the things that eat the grass. So, in other words, if like a caterpillar, for example, is chowing down on a blade of grass, the grass is releasing that smell to try and attract animals that will eat the caterpillar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you know, when you decapitate your whole lawn at the same time, you know, it's just like
Look, buddy. Look,
Fucking open
everything-
season, yeah.
yeah.
Everything's grass. Open seasons. I love open season. I hope
Oh, God.
Gargamel.
Bro, I tried to watch Open Season last night, but like the intro segment's fucking amazing, but then like the part where they're in the woods is the most boring shit ever.
Oh, what's the intro segment like? I forgot. Okay, let me look at.
Boog is just fucking chilling. Then Elliot fucks everything up, and then like there's the funny gif of Boog shaking his ass in the camera, and then like it just kind of cuts to like a really sad scene of his stupid bitch owner with a fat ass saying goodbye to him while he's like and then he just leaves him in the fucking woods, a domesticated bear in the fucking woods, right?
Oh my god.
And then Elliot is like, hey cunt, you're my friend now. And then Boog is like, well, I kind of hate your guts, but like sure, I kind of want to fucking go back home and like tear my fucking owner to shreds because I'm a bear. And then like the part where I stopped watching because I was so fucking pissed off with how disappointingly boring the fucking film became was like the one Scottish squirrel with the fucking Sylvester Stallone face. he said something about his fucking pahookie and then eating nuts and shit at Boog, and then that's when I clicked off and watched like porn.
Clicked off and watched porn. Yep.
So my sister was having a conversation earlier today with one of her friends, and she was talking about a friend of hers that moved to Kentucky, right? And
Oh god, no, why? We already have too many people.
right, they moved to Kentucky, but then moved back, right? And she was saying that like after she'd only been in Kentucky for like 2 months, she had developed like the Kentucky accent, you know, and
Kentucky accent. Okay, cool.
Oh, the
And-
curse?
and-
Yeah.
so then she said I asked her like because it didn't take her very long after moving back to drop it, and I said you know and she said I asked her you know why was it you know so easy for you to pick up and drop the accent, and she said well when I when I would talk to people in Kentucky with my normal accent, they'd be like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! You're going too fast. I can't understand you." So I had to talk like this to get them to understand me. And I was like, and somebody else, not me, somebody else in the conversation was like, "That just makes them sound really fucking stupid." And I was like, maybe
the fact she has to talk slower, I can only imagine if she came back and everyone just thought, oh god, she went to Kentucky, she became fucking retarded.
Right. So I was like, that's probably why Rudolphin is the way he is, because you don't sound like that. So I'm thinking you're probably just fed up with everybody around you being a fucking moron.
I really am.
Perfect French accent.
It's just.
I will
I'll be completely real with you. I'm dumber than Al shit, but like sometimes I feel so mentally superior.
Right?
Rude is the main character of Kentucky. That's why. He's the main character.
He's Kentucky's protagonist.
Kentucky's protagonist. You know
Oh
what?
my gosh. He's going to run for freaking president of Kentucky under that slogan. Not the governor.
Right.
No, he's just going to tell people he's running for president of Kentucky. He's like, vote for vote for Rude, I'm president of Kentucky, bitch.
And then he says it again like 10 times slower.
Right? Yeah, then he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Vote for Rude, because I'm going to be your president, bitch.
You'd be surprised with how many like ghetto people there are here. Like,
right?
okay, there's like a subset of people. Like, ever since I started working at the Dollar General, I've kind of tried to create like an index of humans that walk in.
An index
have,
of
like,
humans.
It's kind of like a fucking, what's it called? What's that one? Fiend, what's that one fucking book that the zoologist sells you? That bestiary.
Bestiary,
I have a fucking bestiary of Kentuckians from
Kentucky Bestiary.
Yeah,
Dude,
anyway,
you should
so
publish a book called Kentucky Bestiary. That shit
fucking
would
will.
sell.
I will, bro. But like, so like the first one is it's a female only creature called the fickle large shit, right?
Oh no.
Walks in and okay, so a big thing you have to fucking consider, especially with working at Dollar General, is that most of these, first of all, are negative. Okay, fuck these assholes. Second of all, it's a very minor thing, but it's a very specific thing that annoys the fuck out of me. These people will literally watch anyone who fucking works at the Dollar General. They will watch them walk back like anywhere that isn't the front fucking counter to do their job, and then they will just storm the fucking gates and just go straight to the fucking cashier, right? Like the cash register, and they will fucking wait there, and then like they'll start screaming at the top of their lungs like a dying fucking moose, like "Excuse me!" Like it's just so fucking. Oh god, I want to punch this bitch in the fucking mouth, dude.
Holy shit!
Rolled up to the front like a fucking wheel.
Oh man.
With her whore ass green M&Ms. God,
Green ass M&Ms.
Green M&Ms, dude.
Dude, I cannot fucking believe. It's so weird. It's like the fattest fucking women, fattest fucking inbred web-fingered fucking yokel whores fucking buy green M&Ms the most. Flabbergasted me. I am fucking bewildered by that. Seeing always green M&Ms, and then
sounds like a Karen. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's the fickle
I
large
agree.
shit. Okay.
The fickle large shit
male
Karen
variant.
got it. Yeah.
The male variant I call the rotund farmer, right? Which is typically like the husband of them. And then there's the fucking I don't know, I don't have like a specific name, so I'm just calling them like the round child, right?
Oh no.
Normally it's like a
Round
30-year-old man that weighs fucking 512 pounds with a fucking like for some reason overalls, despite the fact that they're more pale than my left ass cheek. Sound like they smoke a fucking pack of Newport 100s for breakfast every morning.
Every morning. Oh shit.
No, actually this is Kentucky. Edgefield, because that's the cheapest one.
Okay, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know how
right.
at the age
Checks
of
out.
fucking 30, they fucking sound like this. How the fuck is that possible?
Yeah.
I'm 20 and I still sound like I'm 12. Everyone watching this, stay away from cigarettes. If you smoke,
Yeah,
talk to
yeah.
me.
Advice taken. Stay away from cigarettes.
You out of that shit. Or I'll try to at least. I'm a chip.
I mean, I agree
Chip
fully
and
with
stick.
you. Rude.
It's not that healthy for you, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, at least switch from smoking to vaping. Like, it's not that much healthier, but it's still healthier. Like,
yeah.
I can only
Vaping
imagine
is
it
better
tastes
than
better too.
freaking smoking
Mhm.
cigarettes. I'll tell you that much. Those
Yeah, I
smoking
mean,
cigarettes are awesome, but
Here's the thing.
I wouldn't advise it.
When you're smoking something, the problem is that when organic material gets burnt up, it becomes tar and it gets stuck in your lungs. That's the big thing. So it's not even like smoking tobacco is bad. It's smoking any organic material into your lungs.
right,
It's terrible.
but tobacco has way more like stuff like added into it than that, so it's infinitely worse than marijuana or vaping. Like even though
Herbal.
Dude,
Herbal
Right.
smoking exists. It's interesting stuff.
fucking shocked that cigarettes are still being sold to this fucking day.
yeah,
I am fucking shocked by that.
Yeah.
yeah, like because
Pretty
they
good.
just keep regulating them and not actually getting rid of them. Like that's the
Just make too much money, and
Right.
that fucking blows.
yeah.
They do count. I will
Yeah,
say
Weed,
The
weed
thing
makes people.
is- I'm sorry. The thing is, the regulation strategy is working. Like the percentage of adults that smoke is like way fucking down, and and that's kind of trickling down to the kids as well. Like most kids start vaping instead of starting smoking. Like so.
You know what these big fucking like cigarette companies need to do? They need to start putting cyanide in their fucking cigarettes,
Cyanide.
so we have less people in general. You know?
So Dennis Leary one time was talking about cigarettes, and he's talking about like why the regulation won't get people to stop smoking, but like because it won't get people that have already started smoking to stop, right? So, but he was talking about it, and he's like, you can put a fucking skull and crossbones on the damn package, and people that smoke would see that and go, oh man, I bet these give you a tumor as soon as you light up. Give me a pack, like, it's just, fucking.
Isn't it?
Sounds about right.
A question. Don't they have like those cigarette companies like they make them fund anti-cigarette campaigns?
Yes, they do. They do make them. They do have to fund anti-cigarette ads, and also a lot of the tobacco companies make most of their money overseas now. Like they target other countries where where anti-cigarette legislation isn't as strict, and they try to sell their shit there. Yeah. So that's one of those things that you don't normally hear about, but yeah, the tobacco companies try to they peddle their wares elsewhere because the U.S. is no longer an attractive market for them.
Reminds
Yeah.
me though. You know what makes me want to smoke cigarettes?
What?
Anti-smoking ads.
Anti-smoking.
They are
Anti-smoking.
so
Yeah.
fucking cringe.
Yeah.
I think I remember back in the day whenever Filthy Frank was like still Filthy Frank.
Yeah,
He made
his
that, he
iconic
made that
quote.
fucking cringe of the week, and he fucking talked about those anti-vape, anti-smoking ads, and they
The
were
his most
appalling.
iconic quote in those videos was, "These ad campaigns give me more cancer than the cigarettes."
Damn.
Wow.
I'm hoping that Joji gets popular enough to one day to like fucking perform in front of fucking thousands of people, but he walks out with the pink guy uniform on.
Oh man.
It's like Batman. It's like the Batman costume in the closet. That's the pink guy outfit.
Batman in the closet. Okay.
Yeah.
He fucking sees it in his closet and is like speaking to him telepathically with his like gargly ass voice.
Oh,
Jojo
God.
has a fucking breakdown as he like ponders, should I go back to my days of villainy? Fucking,
no.
should I be a K-pop person?
Jeez.
Honestly, the day that we get Filthy Frank back would be like a really great day, to be honest.
Alright.
Honestly.
But it just means we just be like, why though? Why would that happen?
I don't know.
The apocalypse is happening.
I'm actually happy for Joji though. He actually has a couple fucking great songs though.
Extinction
Like
of
Run
Humans.
it just sounds amazing. But like I don't know, the biggest thing that whenever I think about Filthy Frank, the biggest thing I think about is like the tremendous fucking downfall of iDubbbz in a way.
Yeah.
Really a downfall, though. I mean, he seems happier, but at the same time, he's kind of a cuck.
It's like Moist Critical. It's like I can't really care for them anymore, right?
Okay, never mind. You have that handle. Never mind. I was gonna say, you want me to borrow some of those?
Yeah,
pens
you
so I
respect
can take
them.
it for
It's
you?
like, yeah, that's cool, I guess. Oh, I don't care.
I was gonna
But
say,
you know what
you want me to
is
take some of
cool?
those fences so I can take care of that for you?
Take some what?
Some of those fences
Me.
that you're using.
Oh, the bars. Nah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Oh,
No,
I want some bar.
it'd be more efficient if you grab some of the redstone from down there.
Bro, you should build a bar in your server and put a bouncer in there that's literally just you. Put him in like a wrestling uniform. And like,
You're like a pink
it's
shoulder
like
box.
fucking
filled
giving a
with
villager a
redstone.
chokehold. Holy shit.
It's not even like built like a human. It's like the same models like the Iron Golem and reused.
Wrestling bar. Yo, I'm gonna fucking hell. I just ID'd myself.
Oh, man.
You idea'd yourself.
Uh-huh.
I
Oh, God. Oh no, he's given himself an idea. Somebody stop him.
No one can stop me.
So I watched the most recent episode of saving 80,000 gold in another world for my retirement, and the episode features this group of mercenaries that she hired, and they keep like the guy, the leader of the troop of mercenaries is like, oh, our God is on our side, our God is on our side. He keeps saying like God is on our side, right? And then, like, towards the end of the episode, they, like, take the tarp off of this vehicle that they brought with them, and it's got like these fucking dual guns on it, and he's like, that's our God, you know, like, you know? And then they proceed to just decimate the enemy with it. It's like, okay, that's fucking fire. You know? It's just...
Oh, fuck, my back hurts.
Hey, his back hurts, guys.
Yeah.
Right.
You heard what Kyle said. You heard what the man said.
Where'd you say the redstone blocks were?
They're in one of the pink chests down there at the base of this tower.
Oh, okay.
The pink shulker boxes, I mean. Anyway.
Yeah.
Minecraft
Not one
should
of the-
allow you to paint your own
Another one.
pictures, let's be honest.
Yeah.
What gets me is that there's actually supposed to be a third album for the Minecraft Sound OST, but due to legal like issues, he couldn't get it released, so it's kind of icky.
Yeah.
Minecraft.
And I just want to know what it sounds like.
Alright.
What do you sound like?
Oh, this one. Okay.
I don't know. Something about Minecraft music makes it feel like it's from another dimension, like an alien made it.
Yeah, because it really did make it
Dang.
so god-awfully bad, so like...
Damn.
Damn.
Wow.
But I don't know. Even if it's like not as good as like, you know, it definitely does not sound like anything you heard before, I guess. I think that's how I describe Minecraft music.
I don't know, I just got tired of being copyright claimed for it, so I went ahead and just muted the fucking music for this game.
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
Yeah. Imagine not giving two shits about the music and then getting a copyright claim for it anyway.
That's like Square Enix's main.
Well, like no, like Square Enix, I actually give a shit about the music most of the time, but like this game, like the music like, is like a non-fucking presence. It's just like, oh yeah, like I was just standing around in a cave and then a piano started playing, like, you know, just fucking like there's barely anything to it. And then
Square Enix makes some badass music, but we'll
yeah.
cover crane every single one of them.
yeah, Square Enix, you know.
Why Octopath Traveler 2 actually
You
has
should
a
just make your lawyers deaf, okay? That's the
Yeah.
solution.
Deaf lawyers.
Octopath
Make them
Traveler
deaf.
actually has like a
Yeah, so
box
they can't
list
defend
of
anything
all
of the
the
music.
they have.
They can't do it if they can't hear it, right?
No?
Yeah, freaking.
Damn it.
But yeah, no, like, I know that Octopath had some decent music. It's just, you know, I was just not, not really here for it, honestly. Okay, so let's see. Let me,
I know a certain someone's gonna want me to have to make this question for you. Are you going to stream Octopath Traveler 2?
So I am kind of on the fence about it. I had major problems with Octopath Traveler 1. Not with the story per se, even though I thought Haunted was annoying as fuck. But the main issue that I had with it is the pacing of it.
Okay.
It's like, before I unlocked the extra jobs at the end of the game, the pacing while grinding was absolutely stupid. Like, it took forever to get levels, and you would kill bosses, which normally are like huge XP dumps in RPGs, and they would give you like maybe like 50 more experience points than you would from just a normal fucking fight. You know, and like, you wasted like 30 plus minutes of your life killing that boss, and they give you jack shit for it. So it's like,
Yeah,
so
that's kind of what my problem was with the first one.
yeah,
But
like,
I think the second one fixed some of those problems.
yeah, I would have to see, I would have to look at maybe look at the demo or check out some somebody's gameplay footage of it and see if there's actually and see if it's actually like something where it'd be worth playing, because it's like, you know, the bosses are really challenging in Octopath Traveler, and it's, you know, it's really bad for me when the bosses take like an hour to even try to beat, you know, and then when you go to grind to try and get better so you can fight them the next time, it takes hours and hours of grinding to gain one fucking level, you know, so
Yeah.
So yeah,
When I was having trouble grinding off of enemies in the first one, I was like, I need to start hunting kites so I can actually get some levels on some characters. And
Yeah,
I'm like, no,
like-
I ain't taking the time to do that shit. And then I just
Yeah.
stopped playing.
exactly. Like, it's something where if I wasn't playing it for you guys, I might have gotten bored and stopped because it was that bad. So I was like, you know, unless they fix that issue, I can't see myself really,
Playing the second one.
yeah, really wanting to put myself through playing the second one, because that's going to take forever. Like, it's just like,
Right.
you know, if I didn't have a huge backlog of games and I needed something to fill a whole bunch of time, I'd be like, absolutely, sign me up. But, you know, I've already got a massive fucking stack of shit over here to play through. And, you know, Pokemon Scarlet's doing events every week. Like, honestly, you know, I could be done with Monster Rancher 2 at just about any time. Just because I really just, the only thing really left to do in that game is unlock all the monster species. So,
Right.
but, you know, I'm having fun playing the game. It's just, you know, at some point, it's like, okay, I got to move on and play something else. I still got Digimon Next Order to get to, you know, so, and I started playing through Baten Kaitos. We'll be continuing that Let's Play tomorrow, on stream. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of a big deal. So like, there's a lot of shit that I need to get through, and having, you know, a game that's literally just there to waste my fucking time, like, and not waste my time in the way the normal game does, like, because I don't consider like playing a game and having it be enjoyable a waste of time. I consider playing a game where like the bosses take like a fucking hour and then give you dick for experience a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Isn't that the same issue you were having with Unbound?
Maybe to an extent. Unbound, the biggest problem I had with Pokemon Unbound was that Unbound kept throwing boss fights at you. And it was like, you know, it was boss fights that were difficult and, you know, full of bullshit antics, that didn't give you much experience even when you did beat them. They were really fucking difficult, and you couldn't catch anything, so that you did better on the next one. So you just had to sit there and grind forever.
Instead they make
Dude,
you catch in the first game.
In 2.0, I still haven't even gotten past Reshiram and Zekrom.
Yeah, like it's too much. Like
I managed to get past Reshiram and Zekrom.
I wouldn't have minded if they had maybe 1-2 big boss fights in the game, but it's just constant. It's like, oh, another area, another boss fight, you know, and they went through like every legendary in the fucking game, and you can't catch any of them. It's like, man, it's
like you only get to catch them in the post game at a certain extent.
It's like you know, this guy didn't want to make a Pokemon ROM hack. He wanted to make some other RPG, you know, like.
Yeah, it seems more like a Pokemon fan game, if anything.
Like,
it has like a Fire Red engine.
I don't know. Like I said,
I really wanted to read a story.
I get the appeal of having like a boss fight in Pokemon games, but the thing is, when you do them all the time, it's not special anymore, and it's just annoying. You know? So, like, I would have loved it if in Pokemon Sun and Moon, when Lusamine combines with Nihilego, if instead of throwing a Pokeball out and having a normal ass fucking trainer battle with you, if she had just like turned into like a really hard to defeat boss and you had to fight her, you know?
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Kind of like a Tournament Eternatus, in a way.
What was that, Rude?
It's kind of like a Tournament Eternatus in that sense.
Yeah, exactly. I think it would have been nice if they had just done that, but something like the Eternamax Eternatus. But instead they were like, oh no, she threw a fucking Clefable at you. It's like, wait, what?
To be fair, Clefable is scarier than any fucking super boss could be.
Possibly, yeah. Like it depends on what moveset it has. I don't think hers was all that bad anyway. But yeah, huge PP. Anyway,
massive PP.
Absolutely massive PP.
Always ass or titties. This is the final question.
Fill out the gap in that tower, by the way, Hunger.
Okay. Oh, hey, there we go. I do have some more iron, yay.
It's important.
Oh, the ass or titties question? Yeah. I actually like both, for different reasons, obviously. But,
Wasn't the Clefable token Pokemon buffed?
I think it was, like, for the Lusamine fight in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I think they did buff her ace. But yeah, it's just, you know.
I thought her ace was the fucking Beware.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I know that they changed her team around a little bit because it's a different fight.
Yeah, he doesn't have. She got the locking.
Oh, like a totem Pokemon, you mean, not a token Pokemon.
Vulcan Pokemon.
He kept saying totem. Yeah, he kept saying token Pokemon. I'm like, wait, you mean totem Pokemon?
Yeah, don't you mean totem? T-O-T-E-M.
To be fair, Hugo's probably playing on the Spanish version, so.
Oh, that's probably
because they don't put the game out in Portuguese. So
I'm gonna be real with y'all. Okay, this is fucking. It sounds crazy, but I think Hugo is like Brazilian.
And yeah, no shit.
Nah, he just likes to wax people. Just kidding.
There's a stink bug on my microphone, and bro is staring at me. If I scream, it's because the fucker flew.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah. Fucking stink bugs for the loss.
Yeah, no, it's like the worst part of Kentucky, stink bugs.
Yeah.
Hero Brian joined the room. I'm looking at.
You should start charging them rent.
Try,
right?
They don't pay. I had a fucking thorough talk with the stink bug one day, and bro just stared at me. So like, I don't think he understood. Fucking bitch.
It flew, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, the stink bug has taken flight.
Hell, that scared the shit out of me, bro.
We've achieved liftoff.
Oh, man.
Someone ate a chip. I thought that was rude, exacting his revenge on the stink bug.
Oh, no!
Oh, shit.
Stinkbug snuff filmed the stream.
ASMR, not clickbait.
God.
And
Anime music video.
I don't know, man.
Stinkbug AMV would go kind of hard.
Alright.
My
Oh,
favorite
snap.
part about the blizzard that happened today is it wasn't a blizzard and it lasted for 5 minutes,
Oh, okay.
which means I don't have to drive in that shit.
Oh, just the word choice exacting his revenge is fucking hilarious.
Right.
Stinkbugs aren't as crunchy as tortilla chips.
Oh.
That'd be a
Okay.
lesson to all you fucking idiots out there.
Let that be a lesson. Yeah.
So don't eat stink bugs. They're not nutritious or delicious.
Oh, damn.
Right.
Damn.
Man, I am really not in a good parking spot. Holy shit.
Damn.
Sound like Bill Murray.
It's been a long day. My accent is going to be coming in pretty strong.
It's something that Garfield would say.
Oh, no.
He's-
I hate Mondays.
Garfield would say something like, I sure hope I don't run over my coworker who is also walking to their car.
Oh,
Hope Garfield 3 is voiced entirely by Quentin Carpenter, bro.
And what's the deal with Mondays?
oh God. What's the deal with Mondays? Jerry
Waka
Seinfeld as
waka.
Garfield.
Fucking hell, where's my fucking beverage?
Oh no, not the beverage.
I'm without drink.
Drinkless man.
Mm,
You're a drinkless man.
Oh yeah, my birthday's over.
Oh. Okay, well, happy birthday.
You had a birthday, you're
Well.
23 now. Happy birthday, 23-year-old.
Wow. Thanks.
Hey, I have a beverage. Ah! Fucking get away from me, I'll spray you, bitch! Alright, you know what? This Power Stick Cool Blast, this shit better be tasting like a blue popsicle.
Oh man. Let's see, what is that command for? Hang on a second.
what?
It's kind of late for this, but
Are you on
11:40 energy
Free
drink time because
Free?
in 20 minutes I'm
Free
gonna be
YouTube?
gaming, bro.
Gaming. What? Yeah,
Is that what I have to do to set my own game mode to creative, or do I have to do something else?
I don't know. Maybe.
Game mode, creative, player target. Oh, okay.
I think you have to make the TV on game mode too.
It'll work. Okay.
Yeah, because I just filled out the entire thing with redstone.
Oh, okay.
I even dropped some redstone
Set
down
on game mode to creative. Great.
There's cheating? How are you gonna get achievements now?
Okay. Just to finish the damn tower.
Yeah. How are we supposed to get in from the top inside part?
Are you supposed to get in there? No. Now this, you're supposed to look down in there and be amazed. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Supercell is a fucking
It's
website
a
of
look, but
legends.
don't
Holy
touch
shit.
it, right? Okay, I see.
Oh right, because that tower's a kaleidoscope type deal, yeah.
Oh yeah. That's true. Oh, I
What you do with those is you spin them so that you give yourself freaking motion sickness.
I was not trying to commit Sudoku there.
Motion thickness.
What you know about rolling down in the deep?
The thing deep.
Nothing, apparently.
Alright, there we go.
Oh.
Finished. Oh, dear heavens. I'm about to splurge.
Okay. Okie doke. So,
Game
grab
mode
this,
spectator?
put that in there.
What does game mode spectator do? Don't use it on me. Just tell me what it does.
Spectator makes it to where you can't interact with anything. You can only just walk around and look at things, basically. It's a good thing for when you don't trust somebody, but you want to let them look around your realm.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't.
Will I have a chance?
When Rudolph gets back in here, make sure to put him on spectator mode.
Briefer, barely.
So he doesn't blow up everything like he did last time.
What? That's such a fucking lie.
Oh, you can use it to walk through walls. Oh, okay.
Okay. So you're basically a ghost.
Or fly. Okay. Okay. So it's visitor that does the can't do anything.
Yeah, visitor. Use visitor mode on Rudolph when he comes back.
So spectator can still, like, click buttons, or is it just there is no spectator?
Yeah. The spectator lets you like fly around and go through walls and shit. So I don't know. Maybe it's better than visitor, but I don't know if you. I don't know if it still lets you interact with things or not.
It might. I don't know.
You become a
That's
ghost.
a good question.
That's a good question.
Wait, what was that coming? Oh, right, more rockets.
I just lit a rocket. Rockets explode.
Johnny was then my favorite rocket generator.
Why do I just hear static?
I don't know.
Try and find out.
Somebody let loose a snake in the chat.
Is he hiding in a box?
Well, if they do it again, I'm gonna throw a hissy fit.
Damn.
Do that.
Bottom.
Alright.
Failed to ignite TNT.
I've been kind of thinking about Nintendo IPs lately, and just like how it's been going for them lately.
Yeah.
Fucking Kirby fans are just fattening up,
Right.
and I do not understand why. It is like exclusively
Yeah.
like I don't know. Mario fans
Right.
have been eating pretty good. They remembered to feed the Metroid fans finally.
Yeah, I feel like Metroid though is,
But,
is
like-
getting mostly like remasters, so they're kind of getting to eat leftovers. You know.
It's
Like-
Yeah,
Kirby
but
eats a lot,
I mean,
yeah.
how many years ago was Dread?
Exactly.
Like less than 2, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's just.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So like, that's really not that bad.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime Remaster? Yeah, I haven't tried it.
It's like,
Yeah.
God, what was their
because-
last mainline entry? Fusion.
Yeah, something like because I feel like because I heard that we got the Metroid Prime remaster and that we're going to get remasters for the other two Metroid Prime games. So, but like I said, that's a lot of not new games. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Post look at spectator mode. Okay.
Yeah, let's see through stuff. It looks
I don't know. I wonder if they're kind of testing the waters more after Dread.
Oh wow, that is
Like-
pretty sick.
I don't know. It also seems weird to do all 3 and then like what they're gonna release them as a bulk pack or.
Well, they're doing the first one by itself, and then the second 2 are going to be packaged together for the physical release, I believe. I don't know if they'll be packaged together for the online or if you'll be able to buy them individually. You know,
Okay.
they might do like a you could buy them individually or you could buy them together for a slight discount. You know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so all right, welcome back, Sunset Burst.
It's kind of weird to just have Metroid Prime 1 on its own then, huh?
Yeah, well, apparently they were planning on doing like a 3-pack, and then like they had like some delays with the other 2, so they were like, so they basically just farmed the remaster out to a studio, and they said, hey, if you do a good job at this, we'll let you do the other 2 as well. Yeah, that type of thing.
Well,
You know, that's the way I heard the story anyway. Like, what am I building?
Hunger is building the edgiest tower in the world.
Big
That's
old
what he-
edgy tower, yeah.
Yep.
but yeah, like
And
we know the state of Pokemon. Fucking
Yeah.
I don't really know anyone who cares too much about Animal Crossing or what's the other one? Fucking Pikmin.
Yeah, Pikmin. Didn't Pikmin 4 is that out already, or is it coming out
It
this
is.
year? Like,
It is this year, I think.
yeah, like so
yeah,
Pikmin's
sure.
getting another game. Animal Crossing. There's still a lot of people that really like it, but we got one not too long ago. Was it 2019? We got or 2020. We got the last Animal Crossing game.
You right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know.
And like that's one of the ones where they're kind of expecting their player base to just be on all the time. So I know they do a lot of like community stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Splatoon is the same way. Splatoon, because it's like an online shooter type game, they're constantly
Right.
like doing splat fests and whatnot. So
Yeah.
You give 2 shits about Splatoon.
yeah, well, you know, we're talking about Nintendo IPs here, so like I said, you know,
Yeah, I know,
it
I know.
came up. But anyway,
I'm just saying, I just don't give a fuck.
right, you know, yes, we know who in the family gave the fucks to the Splatoon. Anyway,
Yes.
Yeah.
anyway,
And then the only other big one is Zelda, which I don't
well,
know.
they've got a new game that's supposedly coming out this year, so
Yeah,
yeah.
but like
Yeah.
Fingers crossed that one doesn't suck.
Right.
Here's hoping. Did you like Breath of the Wild, Hunger?
I liked Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I felt like the worst part of Breath of the Wild was that some of the items, especially the rarer ones, didn't have enough durability.
Yeah.
If they fixed that issue, make a lot better game. Standing on this is great. Anyway.
Yeah, for that game, it felt really difficult for players to like get a sense of really progressing, like because you get the health and the stamina upgrades, right? But because you never have any permanent like damage output increases, you just kind of feel like an asshole the whole game. I'm guessing, which is
well, the quote unquote permanent damage output increases are basically just finding rare weapons and then trying your damnedest to save them for when you need them. You know. Like, so that's the only way you can really increase your damage output is by getting the rare weapons. But like I said, even if you find a rare one, you can't use it all the fucking time because it'll fucking break, you know? So you gotta save it for, like, tough enemies, you know?
Yeah.
So you find, like, these, you know, fucking laser weapons that these ancient soldiers have, and then you're like, oh, well, no, can't do that, you know?
Yeah. Which kind of makes me think they expect you to like really go ham on the food buffs if you want to do anything.
Yeah, I feel like they.
I don't know. That gameplay loop just struck me as kind of like not super engaging.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping that combat does not winds up like because combat in Breath of the Wild was okay, other than the weapon breaking thing. So I'm kind of hoping that we get kind of more of the same thing, but you know, better weapon durability. Because like, here's the thing: it makes sense when like a fucking stick breaks after like 1 or 2 hits, right? You know,
I know, right?
That's realistic. That's better.
That's Quentin their part.
But the ancient star metal claymore.
Yeah, when you have like a fucking weapon that's literally made of energy, it's like, how does that even break? Like, did the lightsaber handle fucking flicker out? Like, you know, did it run out of batteries? What the fuck? You know,
Right?
Like, how is that breaking? You know. So yeah, it just kind of pissed me off that could even be a thing. You know.
Yeah.
Some weapons do need more durability.
It's like, why the fuck is that even a thing that it can break? You know, so.
Way less durability. Yeah, that's what we need. Way less durability.
Some weapons need way less. I mean, like the stick is, you know, having less durability. That's fine. Yeah, go ahead, make the stick break after like 2 hits. That's realistic. Having like a sword break after, you know, a handful of hits. It's like, dude, you know, what the fuck? I get. Here's the thing: if they made it to where it was realistic, like for example. Like, let's say you're hitting like a guardian with a sword, right?
Yeah.
That's solid metal. Yeah, you're going to break a sword if you fucking keep hitting if you keep hitting it, the damn guardian with it, or like if you hit a rock with it or something. Yes, you're going to break a sword that way. You know, don't mistreat your fucking swords. That they should have like bludgeoning weapon like maces for that shit. You know, like your maces, hammers, and flails should be more durable when you use them against enemies like that. So they should have like a weapon triangle and resistance type thing where it's like, hey, you use up more durability hitting harder objects, you know? Like, it just makes sense to me. Like, you know, if you use a sword to cut grass, it shouldn't fucking take any durability. Like,
it's kind of like, okay, asshole, you used your 5 hits on a bokoblin instead of a guardian.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? So,
like,
yeah, I just feel like that should be a thing. If you're going to have a durability system, make it more realistic, and people will respect you more for it. Like, you know,
if they're gonna keep it, they should commit way harder to making it actually like Yeah.
Instead of just having a baseline, oh, you use this weapon X number of times and it broke. It's like,
Then
no,
broke.
like if you have like a weapon that's a bludgeoning weapon, or you're using it against like shields and other like hard objects, it should do more damage and lose less durability. You know, and if you have a depending on what it's made of, like if it's a wooden club, yeah, fucking, oh, I hit a rock with a wooden club. Guess what? It broke. You know, like makes sense. You know, but
Yeah, no bullshit like. Oh,
What occurs to me is that in testing, probably like damage tables and balancing that out is like probably on the later end of what they do. So they might not have like done it at all. Like that might have very well been something they wanted to do.
Yeah, but like they've had so much development time on Tears of the Kingdom already. Like when they announced that shit was in development, it looked like it was just running on Breath of the Wild's engine. So the fact that it took them this long to get the damn thing done says to me that they really overhauled some shit. So I'm really hoping for some big changes to the things that weren't good, and I'm hoping that the stuff that was good kind of stays. I'm also hoping that we get some more, like, because we had 4 real dungeons in the last game,
and they didn't look like the strongest in the series or anything.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to have like a few a few more real dungeons, and then I don't mind if they keep like the shrines with the little mini puzzles, you know, because those are cool. You know, you do a little puzzle, you get a little reward for it. Those are fine. But yeah, like it seems like every Zelda game that there's fewer and fewer dungeons. You know, like every game that comes out, it's like, oh yeah, this is all you get for dungeons. Here you go. You know, like, you know,
that's right.
The original Legend of Zelda, you had the 9 dungeons from the main game and 9 dungeons from the second quest that you could do. So for a total of fucking 18 dungeons. And that's the most we've ever had in a Zelda game. Like,
yeah.
Zelda 2 had like what, 7 dungeons? Link to the Past had the 3 Light World dungeons, and then the 7 Dark World dungeons, and then the last dungeon, so what, fucking 11? Ocarina of Time, they had the 3 temples that you have to do, and then the 6 temples after that, and then, you know, so that's what, 10 total, you know, if you include the final area. So it's just like, I don't know, it just, to me, it seems like we just keep getting less and less dungeons every time a new fucking Zelda game comes out.
Yeah.
So
I think a really good like compromise to that, to like preserve the shrines still, would be stringing multiple of them together of not the same variety.
Yeah, I mean,
because then you could get like little pocket dungeons. It wouldn't be anything crazy, but it would be better than like, oh hey, I went to this room and it happens to be one enemy to fight, and that's the room.
Yeah, I mean, I personally liked. I don't necessarily mind, I should say, when there's a, like, oh, I had to do a puzzle to get the item in this room that I found. Like, I found a hidden room, have to do a puzzle to get the item at the end of it. That happens in Zelda Link to the Past. It's fine. You know, but like, you know, the shrines, you know, I think what really kills the shrines for me is that it's like the only way to get health upgrades, really. Like, you know, like, I think there's a few other like heart containers that you can find, like in dungeons and whatnot, but like the stamina upgrades and everything, like, you know, like you have to do shrines to get like most of your health upgrades, right? Yeah. So it's like, you know, maybe put some variety in there, like have like, because really, instead of having like the massive inventory full of cool gadgets, you only have like the 4 little runes you use in the game, and then all the weapons, right? So, you know, maybe have some more, you know, because you get the runes from shrines, but you get them all at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, you mean like actually develop the skills as you go?
Yeah,
so there's more in terms of progression than just health.
Maybe have like a shrine that upgrades the runes or something. Maybe have more runes hidden in various shrines throughout the place, so that you actually feel rewarded for exploring, and it's not always just, oh, here's another lump of health,
Yeah.
So anyway, but
varying the rewards too, just in general.
Yeah, and then they have the whole sky system that they're doing here, and it's like, okay, this is seeming like Skyward Sword, and Skyward Sword was a terrible pile of shit. So,
the last game with unlocks was in 20.
Yeah, that was my question too. It's kind of a weird feature to emphasize, because it's what can you do with that? Because Breath of the Wild already had really, I don't want to say what's the word? It wasn't groundbreaking or anything, but it had gliding. You could glide from really high up to wherever the fuck you wanted. Yeah. So I'm trying to think what being even higher up is adding,
Right, yeah.
What can they put in there to make it worth the player's time?
I'm just kind of, hopefully it's not just a bunch of fucking Koroks or whatever the fucking, the fucking the hunting the little Koroks in Breath of the Wild. It's hardly anybody actually went through the trouble of doing it.
Wasn't it pointless in every way?
It was kind of basically they give you a gold fucking turd, a literal gold piece of shit at the end.
A gold piece of shit.
Yes, that was the reward for finding all of them. It's here, have a golden turd.
Have a golden pile of poo. Yeah.
It's really? They're gonna make you go through that shit and then give you... And the thing is, it's only marginally less annoying than finding all the freaking Goldango coins, or the Gimme Ghoul coins, in Scarlet and Violet. And it's basically... It's almost the same exact fucking subquest, except you can find them over and over again. You don't have to look around and find 999 individual ones,
Yeah.
Which would be annoying as fuck. But
I kind of felt that way when I was looking for the wisps, trying to get the fucking spirit.
What was Skyward or whatever that place is actually called for Skyward Sword?
Skyward Sword. So in Skyloft and Skyward Sword, Skyloft is kind of like your base. You return there to do your shopping and to talk with NPCs and shit like that. And then you go down to the surface world to do all your dungeoning and questing and shit.
Okay.
So it's it's that wasn't the problem. The fact that they had this guy, aside from the fact that the fucking bird you ride on, it controls like a cow on skates, it's not. It wasn't really an issue that what the fuck happened to the music? It's like the music player froze or some shit.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I have the stream mute on my end because I want to hear you guys talk.
Anyway, so I'm gonna have to fucking just close the damn media player from here. What the fuck? What is wrong with this damn thing? Alright, task manager. Help me out. Let's see.
Manage the tasks at once.
You need to turn off the damn music player from the task manager because it's just fucking dead.
I need to hire a task manager.
Where is my damn music player?
Wait, no.
I keep hearing that "let me cook" expression, and I'm kind of associating that with my not responding tabs.
Right.
Where the controls suck ESP in
this Switch for this damn music player?
Which is why I was never devoted to play the Switch version.
But yeah, the real problem with Skyward Sword was the fucking combat and the sword controls in that game.
I mean,
Yeah, I
that's really
gotcha.
the Switch versus issue. The
the-
actual game was actually good.
The original game, if you're using the motion controls, from what I've heard, because I never played the original with the motion controls, is okay.
Yeah.
But the button controls, or the joystick based controls on the Switch version are ass, and even with the motion controls, right? I'm gonna explain what the problem with that is right now. The reason I didn't want to use motion controls to play that fucking game in the first place. So motion controls are not okay. Like it's after a while it's gonna hurt your wrist, or you're gonna get
Yeah.
tired or whatever. But the main thing with the Zelda thing is that they decided to make the whole gimmick of that game the motion controls. Would you fucking close this damn window? Fucking ass.
No, no, man. I feel like I
Trying to
heard
close
that
this
all the
damn
time,
media
like,
player, and there's no force on this earth that is closing it, and it's pissing me off.
I feel like I've run into something like that before, where I was trying to close windows and it wouldn't respond.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it's doing. Like, I tried to open the task manager. Task manager wouldn't even acknowledge that it fucking existed.
Yeah, the Chad Wii versus the minuscule penis shaped Switch version games of a Wii game.
Anyway, I said it then, and I'll keep saying it. Skyward Sword should have gotten the treatment that Final Fantasy VII Remake got, and Final Fantasy VII Remake should have gotten the treatment that Skyward Sword got. Final Fantasy VII Remake, all we needed was a spit shine, and they're like, "Nah, let's change the whole fucking gameplay and how the game works,"
Yeah.
And
I played
Skyward Sword needed that overhaul, and fucking didn't get it, So it just got a spit shine. So just switch dev teams on those games, we'll be fine.
Yeah, listen, I played all the way through Kirby's Return and Dreamland Deluxe, and I don't like it as much as the original.
Actual fuck. What the
The
actual
original
fuck is this
Return
thing
of
doing?
Dreamland was better, honestly. Although they changed some of the boss fights, though.
Yeah, I kind of had it in my head that Skyward Sword was kind of like two layers, right? You had your ground and then you had your sky, but I kind of pictured the sky as like Wind Waker's sea, just like on a different plane.
Final Fantasy VII Remake. Why? You bought that shit? Wow.
I never bought Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I was talking about.
You didn't buy the unfinished game? What?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Remake was shit. Looking at gameplay, it looked like absolute garbo.
Yeah, because they decided to change it from a JRPG into a fucking
ARPG.
Yeah.
Well, no, they decided, let's fucking add like fucking like action elements to it and make it like a fucking shooter or some shit. And it's like what the fuck, my guy?
Yeah,
that's not what anybody is wanting this fucking game for. Like,
yeah, nobody's buying that shit because they want it to be completely different. No, they want it to be the same as the original.
Yeah. So yeah, they just fucked
They
it.
absolutely ruined everything.
And then they're like, "Oh, and we're gonna release it in parts, like it's some kind of fucking Golden Sun project."
Christ above.
Fucking yeah, because Final Fantasy VII Remake isn't even done. They made like a 50 fucking hour game out of the first part of the it's not even the first disc of the original Final Fantasy VII game. It's the first fucking city, Midgar.
Yeah.
A place that takes like 5 to 10 hours to get through in the main game if you know what you're doing. Like
exactly.
It probably took me less long, and I didn't just to get out of Midgar.
Even the first time you play through the game, you can still clear it in about 10 to 17 hours. Like it's not a fucking huge deal, and yet, can we fucking god damn it, why won't this damn program do what I want? It just keeps lingering there like a fucking fart in an elevator. What the shit?
Yeah, I think I got.
Oh my god.
I don't know, man.
I don't have any
Sorry
music because
about
this
your
fucking
music
media player sucks ass.
Yeah.
Final
Oh my
Fantasy
god.
Yeah, I hope Final Fantasy 16 will be better too. Hopefully, it's not going to be absolute donkey schlong.
God. So fucking bad. Yeah, no, Final Fantasy VII, the original, was a fucking badass game, and all everybody has been wanting for the last fucking couple decades since that game came out is, hey, I don't know, could you just, I don't know, make this game this like the same fucking game but with just better graphics? And Square Enix is like, okay, and then they shit that pile of crap out, and they're and like
Yeah.
the thing that pisses me off is that people didn't. The thing that pisses me off is that people went and fucking bought it anyway. It's like, god damn it. When the second part comes out, please boycott that shit. Don't buy that shit. Like, let them know that we don't want this multi-part god-awful piece of shit, and get them to fucking do a regular fucking remake. You know?
Yeah, a regular, normal remake.
Just a regular remaster, spit shine, whatever. Like, you know, we don't need this dumb bullshit.
Yeah.
Just put the same game out with better fucking graphics. You don't need to fucking. Anyway.
I mean, other than
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know if that's Square Enix. Square Enix has kind of been shitting the bed lately.
Yeah.
Close the damn media player, you piece of shit. Hey Theo Moodley, how's it going? I can't get this fucking media player to do shit. This is making me mad. This is making me so fucking mad. Bruh, get off my fucking screen. This fucking media player.
Yeah, I only had disc 1 for Final Fantasy VII. So I got to the end of that one time, and then I never played Final Fantasy VII ever again.
Yo, Final Fantasy X, my dude. 10 was probably my.
But I remember being weirded out because I felt like I missed party members.
Oh, for Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a couple of hidden ones.
It was Vincent. Was Yuffie hidden?
Yes, Yuffie only appears. In the original game, Yuffie appears as a random encounter in forests, and you have to take a specific action and answer specific questions in a specific way in order to get her to join you. So, like, you can't. Like, basically, there are certain things you have to do when you encounter her. Otherwise, she just runs away. So.
Oh.
But if you do the correct sequence of events, then Yuffie will after the fight ends, you get a cutscene with her, and she it will end up joining your team. You know. So yeah, it's
That's actually really sick.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of sucks that they're missable characters, but it's also really cool that they have unique unlocks.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is that a lot of Final Fantasies before, like, Final Fantasy 8-ish, had, like, those kind of hidden characters that you can easily miss and not get on your team, you know? Like...
Yeah.
Like Final Fantasy 5, or no, Final Fantasy 6? Yeah, Final Fantasy 6 had Go-Go and Umaro as hidden characters. Like, they were literally just in, like, the far-flungest fucking ass corners of the whole fucking world. Like, like, just, like places like nobody's gonna think to look unless they're looking at a guide, you know?
Lol.
You know, like, Go-Go is literally, like, in a shrine at the bottom of the ocean or some shit. Like, it's like... You know, and then Umaro is a Yeti, so he lives in, like, the fucking frozen mountains somewhere, you know, like in a cave or some shit. Like, it's just,
Middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like getting either of those characters to join your team, it's like wow. And then of course the game actually has a bunch of characters that are only on your team temporarily, and then they leave your party. So
Yeah, like the soldiers in the beginning who may or may not get killed.
don't you lose Gao in the belt because he disappears between battles. Shadow can fucking die. Yeah, there are certain things that you can actually lose certain characters to, if you do certain things wrong. So yeah, it's like Final Fantasy V or Final Fantasy VI, excuse me, had some really great elements to it. There was actually a infinite battle scenario in Final Fantasy VI at the beginning of the game, but it involves a temporary character that leaves your party after the event in question. But basically, there's a part in Final Fantasy VI where you're on a raft.
On a raft.
And the raft is going around these rapids, and basically it's like on rails, like you can't control where the raft is going. Okay? And there's a fork that shows up. And if you pick the top option, because basically every time you get to this fork, it asks you which way do you want to go, because and it just gives you gives you a menu where you get to pick which direction you want to move the raft. If you pick the top option, it actually just moves the path it takes the raft down ends up circling back around and comes back up to the fork. So you basically just keep going in a fucking circle.
Uh-huh.
Well, the thing is, the game has cursor memory where you can tell different characters to do things, and it remembers what they do every fight, and then it just keeps, and you can have it just set up to where it keeps doing that thing, right? The NPC, the special character that you have with you during this thing has a ability that heals the entire party. It does not cost magic points.
Wow.
So basically, people figured out that they could just have a fucking turbo controller that automatically hits the A button over and over again and just leave it there for a couple days and then come back and everybody be level 99.
I was just asking Hunger about that like an hour ago.
Yeah, he asked me about it. I explained why I'm a little concerned about possibly playing it. I want to make sure that they fix the EXP curve and everything before I dive in.
Again, I'm pretty sure they fixed that.
Yeah, I have to check it out, but
right.
Anyway. But yeah, and I got a bunch of other shit to play too, so yeah. But yeah, so yeah, the exploit with Final Fantasy VI was pretty fucking hilarious. The nighttime enemies make grinding easy. Okay, that sounds like good news. I'll have to look into that.
I have a feeling they would make it easier.
I'm not going to increase rare enemy encounters. That's good. But yeah, so if they fix the grinding, then that might be something to look into, because the grinding experience in the early game on Octopath Traveler was just shit.
I'm not playing Octopath Traveler 2 just yet. I'm waiting to save enough money so I can actually get it on my PC actually, so that I can play it from there.
Oh, nice! Hunters have a passive ability called More Rare Monsters. That sounds fucking cool. Anyway.
So you can get more kites and shit, yeah?
Yeah. But yeah, like...
that sounds fucking epic.
But yeah, Final Fantasy VII doesn't have, like, the same type of infinite battle scenarios, but it has places where you can farm really easily in the original game, and they took them out of the fucking remake.
Incredible.
So...
What?
One of the things in Final Fantasy VII, the original, is there's a spot, and I want to say it's after Aerith gets kidnapped and taken to the Shinra building. And you have to go into the train tunnels to get into the Shinra building. So you're like you're to rescue her, right? And anyway, so the so when you go into the train tunnel, you're supposed to just go forward, like away from the from the screen, right? But if you decide to turn around and walk towards the screen instead, after passing through a few screens, you wind up at this Shinra security post, and it just constantly shits enemies. So at the end of each fight, it'll ask you if you want to stay or run away.
Yes, I remember that.
Unfortunately, the runaway option is the top option, so you can't just turbo controller it like you could with Final Fantasy VI. But you can just keep picking to stay, and they'll keep shitting more enemies for you to beat up. And in Final Fantasy VII Remake, when you go into that area, if you try to go to that area, like as soon as you try to zone out of the first screen, it's like, no, we're not supposed to go this way, and it like turns your ass around and tries to get you to go. Like it's like really, bitch.
First of all,
so no infinite fucking grinding area for you. Sorry.
No infinite grinds. Sorry.
Right. So yeah, there's no exploration. It sucks. Anyway. So then there's another thing, and this they actually cut out of the U.S. version because the Japanese version had these enemies, and they cut them out of the U.S. version when they did the
cut them out of
localization.
the U.S. version.
So even in the original Final Fantasy VII, these enemies are not there, and I'm not talking about the ones that I just mentioned. I'm talking about a different type of enemy. It's a set of enemies, and they're called Test Zeros.
Test Zeros.
Okay, Test Zeros appeared in the original version of the game, the Japanese version, in a well in Gold Saucer. So in the Gold Saucer event in Final Fantasy VII, you get framed for committing a bunch of murders in Gold Saucer, and they throw you down into a like a prison area, basically in the desert. And there's a well there, and you can climb down to the bottom of the well. Well, in the U.S. version, there's fucking nothing there. Like it's just Why did they fucking put this place in? There's nothing here. Though the reason that it's there is because in the Japanese version, if you go down to the bottom of that well, there's an enemy encounter there. They're called Test Zeros. Test Zeros don't attack you. They have 44,000 HP, and they are worth a metric shit ton of XP. So basically, the way to fight them is you just poison them and wait for them to die.
That requires a lot of waiting.
It doesn't require as much waiting as you think. Like I said, because poison works. It basically just ticks down constantly in that game. So yeah.
That's right.
So basically, yeah, you sit there and use bio on them until they get poisoned, and then you just wait for them to die. So you just sit there.
That poison works differently in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's because it's active time. It doesn't tick. It just constantly goes. So yeah, basically you just get. But the thing is, these things were a cool experience, Bob, in the original Japanese version of the game, but they cut them from the U.S. version. So when you go in there in the U.S. version, there's just nothing fucking there, no matter how much you run around. So they didn't replace them with a regular enemy or anything like that. They just cut them. And then there's the part of the game where you first get to Junon. So Junon is normally a town, right? It's a relatively peaceful area. There are Shinra troops in town, but you don't really think anything of them, right? There's an area in Junon where there's a switch on the wall, basically. And when you push the switch, it sets off a fucking alarm. And while that alarm is going off on that screen, if you run around, you run into enemies. And the
Sounds very
enemies,
similar to another game I've played.
yeah, and the enemies in that part are way stronger than anything else that you could fight at that point in the game.
Okay,
And
that's a little
so
different.
it's a stupidly effective place to grind.
Yeah.
So
That's a
so
little
it's like
different
one of
from
the
what I
game's premier grinding spots. So, you know,
Can't wait for them to take that one out.
yeah, right. Yeah, I'm sure it'll, when they do Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, they will have done everything they can to remove that. So
Right?
it's just uh
Stupidness.
Huh.
Yeah.
Any idea why they cut the test zeros?
the test zeros, I don't know if it was because they weren't intended to remain in the game originally, or if it was so they left them in by accident because it says tests. They're called test zeros, so maybe they were just a mob that they made literally as a test, and then forgot to remove it when they were finishing up the game, and then decided to remove it later for later versions of the game. But yeah, I only know about them because a strategy guide that I have for Final Fantasy VII mentioned them, and because they were writing the guide based on information from the Japanese version, but they were like, hey, this might end up like they even said in the guide, they're like, yeah, it looks like they might cut this from the US version, so. But yeah.
Which sounds lame. But
Yeah, it definitely was.
Maybe it was the dev grinding spot.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm not sure exactly why it was cut, but it definitely was. So.
What did they look like?
I think they look like canines, like dogs. Like.
The name sounds like they're
Going to the well beat up dogs.
Yeah, let me see
strong.
if I can find a pic online. Hang on.
Test Zero sounds like a type of parasite, but I might be going crazy. I might have Metroid on the brain or something.
Test Zero. Let's see. Test Zero fight, Urban Legends, the mysterious Test Zero battle. Yeah, let's see. All right, here we go. I found a picture.
Team?
Here we go. Hang on a second. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's a WEP file. Hang on. Copy image. So yeah, let me I'll post it in Stream Team here.
All right.
So this is this is the test.
Oh.
This is a Test Zero fight. So they're quadrupedal things.
Creatures.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But Test Zero fight. The unofficial strategy guide, Final Fantasy VII by Versus Books, mentions on page 37 a strange enemy encounter that was supposedly removed in all but the game's original Japanese version. Climbing down the well at the beginning of the Corel prison would give players a very small chance of fighting these strange dog-like enemies. Supposedly they have, it's 25,000 HP, and they strangely don't attack you, but these enemies, defeating them nets you 4,000 XP and 400 AP and 40,000 gil. The encounter does indeed exist, but only first-run prints of the Japanese version game have it. The chances of encountering Test Zero is incredibly small, so persistence and patience are necessary.
Wow.
So, it's hypothesized that the encounter, which true to its name, was merely a debug fight meant for testing that was accidentally left in the final game. So,
okay.
But yeah, that's. But yeah, so yeah, I guess they heard that it was removed from later versions of the Japanese version, and they were like, oh, it's probably going to be removed from the US version too. Then, so
yeah.
Did they actually say something? I'm not sure. I don't think so. But yeah, it was kind of, it's kind of just random. But yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so it's a weird little nugget of information that people who that people other than the people that bought that strategy guide most people didn't know. Like, unless you played the original run of the Japanese Final Fantasy VII, like on an emulator or some shit. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
knowing myself,
outside of emulation, that's probably a pretty exclusive club.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, so.
I don't know. Oh, God. My throat hurts from that sneeze earlier.
Yeah. Just, oh, man.
Right. Ooh.
Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, man. Anyway. Sorry, I was, okay. Let's see here. Just looking at Stream Team here. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so, yeah, sorry I'm having some difficulties with my computer. I'm going to have to beat the shit out of it. Anyway.
Yeah.
As we do with all machines.
Yes, you need to teach them who's boss or they won't learn anything.
Right.
So.
I keep having problems with my
Oh.
PC. Sometimes whenever...
That's why Porygon's the only mon I hit in Pokemon on me.
What?
He said he hits his Porygon and Pokemon of me. Oh, man.
Don't abuse the
Porygon abuse.
He did nothing wrong.
Poor Porygon.
Porygon did nothing wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do to the edge tower next, so I'll probably just leave it as is for now. I did put a ladder.
So we can climb up there.
So,
Yeah, that's nice of you.
So that it's climbable.
Mm-hmm. So we can actually get on the top. I mean, I can just fly to the top. So like,
yeah, I might want to.
Most of us are light for users.
Or if I should. Wonder if I should make some sort of a way up for
some stairs on the inside.
Yeah, something in here to kind of get you up to the. Or maybe. Maybe I could just.
I'm gonna switch over to Violet.
Maybe I could just do something here. Hang on.
Oh, I got my shiny Oricorio, by the way, Younger.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
I fixed it with an electric terror and I'm ready for next Decidueye raids.
Nice. Yeah, I need to see if I can find one. Just
yeah. Or you be trained in HP and attack, or special attack, I mean.
Cool.
I'm gonna go on mute and walk my dog.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to mute my dog. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to silence my dog.
Yeah. Ah! Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Alrighty. Gilded Guildstone.
Yeah, this will do.
Oh god, that coffee's really bitter. Ugh.
Oh, hey, what's up?
I don't know. His coffee's bitter, apparently.
Bitter as fuck coffee, apparently. Yeah, that's what's up. Or
Yeah, it's,
just a guy raining with bitter coffee.
I think I fermented it or whatever it would be. I put in too much coffee beans, I guess. I don't know.
It's been a while since you spoke here, actually.
He beaned it too much.
Yeah.
He overbeaned his coffee.
Over.
How
Wow.
dare you overbean your coffee?
Overbeating my
Yeah,
coffee.
probably
Yeah.
put like some sugar in it or something. I don't know.
Alright. Aquan overbeaned his coffee. Somebody stop him. The absolute mad lad.
More like Chad Lad, am I right? I don't know. I'm making shit up at this point. Oh, so you are using the maximum height limit. Okay.
I just thought it'd be fun.
Yeah, that's understandable. Fuck you, man. Seriously? God damn.
There we
go. Wow, it's going to reach all the way to the...
Now there's a path to this shit over here.
Nice.
Yet another, which is actually yet another way to get up here too. So
make sure you make a ladder for that line going down.
Yeah, I probably will eventually, but I'm gonna do some other things to it first. I'm sure. So.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, that's really cool because it connects was that 2 blocks away?
Is there an NPC on top of that tower?
I don't think they could put one there. So I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I know for a fact there was because I flew up there several times.
There was an NPC somewhere in the tower that was talking about how pointless it is.
Yeah, but it was on top of the tower.
Was it on top? Because I don't see anybody up here. So
yeah, if there was an NPC on top of the tower, but now it's gone.
I don't know.
So, I don't know. I'm going crazy.
NPC exceeded the build height limit. I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
You can't build NPCs that high.
Can't build NPCs that high. I'm sorry.
So yeah.
Because NPCs aren't allowed to exist that high up in the sky, because that's where space is. And
yeah, for like the Breath of the Wild thing, I think that Tears of the Kingdom might be good.
Yeah, like I said, I can't afford to drop $10 more on a game that's gonna suck. So
yeah, I'm gonna wait for the reviews, obviously, because I mean, I think it's stupid in the first place that Nintendo's joining in with Sony and Microsoft and the whole let's make all of our new releases $70. Even when Sony and Microsoft are doing it, it's stupid. I think $60 is a good solid price for a AAA game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's been that way since, the Wii.
I feel like if you want to get more money out of your games, it's really easy. Just put DLC in it. And, the DLC doesn't even have to be all that great. You can just nickel and dime people. You'd be like, oh, here's a new outfit. Give us, $5. Or give us $1. Whatever the fucking deal is, seriously, do you know how much I would pay for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet if they just gave me new drip?
I know, right?
Seriously, we need more clothes
for that shit.
The DLC.
I went out and bought the DLC for Scarlet and Violet the day they fucking announced it because they promised me drip.
There's
even though the drip still sucks, it's at least better than what we had.
The new drip is better than what we had before. I am growing to like it.
Siege.
Freaking hell. Yeah.
Well, at least there's evidence to support the fact that the game itself requires a bigger cartridge. So part of that's the
Right.
the cause
Probably
for the
not.
increase.
Mhm.
Probably.
I mean, heyo.
Hi,
Hello.
see.
Yeah, that's the
I was wondering
that's the
when-
thing with handheld devices. Like a lot of people complain about the PSP using UMDs, and the thing is, the PSP, because of the UMDs, the PSP games were actually able to hold a lot more content than the DS cartridges, and that's because it's a disc.
Yeah.
Disc-based technologies can obviously hold a lot more than the cartridge, so because there are like 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte micro SD cards, but to produce those en masse would be very expensive. So,
Well, they are with current technology. That's the thing is that technology has evolved since then now, and the UMDs hold way less than a fucking Switch card. So
I know. I mean, like it's like if we were to scale it, for instance, like if the Switch, it would be very primitive, obviously, but if the Switch did use some kind of technology with discs today, it would have been like an evolved variant of it. Or
yeah, well, if they did have like an evolved form of the UMD that was like closer to a Blu-ray than a DVD, then we're talking shop there. But yeah, like it's hypothetical because UMDs were kind of doomed on in the first place. It was something where Sony was trying to create a new format, which they succeeded doing with Blu-ray, but they didn't really do that well with UMDs because the PSP was the only thing that used them, and it was kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it was weird. Like the GameCube, it wasn't as bad as the GameCube discs, but the GameCube discs were also kind of weird. Like I don't know, they couldn't hold as much information as the PS2 or the Xbox. But the thing is, the GameCube actually outshined the PS2 with every multi-platform game on the two of them. But
for real,
I can refute that real fast.
Yeah.
I can refute that real fast. On load times on a handful of games would be faster, but on multi-platform games, the GameCube version would have serious detriments. For example, Spy Hunter, the graphics would be extremely grainy, and you don't